can start.
Hi, Dharam. Here we are again. So today, I want to ask you a question about, what should project managers know and consider before they are looking to transition into the role of a program manager. So what should they know and what should they prepare?
Thanks, Thomas. Again, very good to be with you. You have a lot of insight. You have a lot of questions always, but good to share the platform with you. And thanks for the question. And it's actually another commonly asked question, especially people migrating from project management role to the program management role, or they're considering to go into the program management role. So people always, have this question. They call me or they put my question like this. So before we talk about this, we should understand what is the difference between project and program. So that's where you can relate easily. So project, as you know, from PMI point of view, is any undertaking carried out individually or collaboratively, and possibly involving some research and design that carefully planned to achieve particular aim. You're producing result, services, or a new product. So that's the project. So it's a unique and a time bound. Where is restricted? You are judged based on the successful completion within the time frame and within the budget and the quality. That's the criteria of a project. Let's talk about program. So program is a group of projects, sub-program, or other activities. We call them as component in PMI terms. So these components have interdependencies and they are working towards a common goal. And most of the time we talk about realizing benefit for their stakeholders. So for program, we have to make sure the component, that is project, program, sub-programs, are strategically aligned and are managed in such a way that interdependency is actually helping, not stopping you. So in a interdependency managed in a more sufficient way, keeping your stakeholder engaged, informed, and providing the required governance at the program level and the project level. So program is talking mostly about benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Benefit is very important term when we talk about program. So let's talk about, let's distinguish what is output and outcome, which is coming from project, and then we talk about benefit. So let me give you example. Let's say if your organization is implementing a new personal information system. So implementation of this new system is the output of a project. Okay, and when you start using that new product or new software, it will start giving you new compensation policies or a new way of presenting your information. So that's the outcome. So when we use this information for engaging our team more efficiently, improving productivity, so these are the benefits. So as a program manager, your aim is not to deliver the work. Your aim is to make sure the work, whatever you delivered, is actually migrated into the right beneficiary and they are using it. And that's where sometimes we talk about organization change management. Giving you a tool, yes, you can give a tool to the organization, but if they are not using it in the most efficient way, then the millions of dollars are wasted.
Yeah.
So that's why your aim should be, how can I get the maximum benefit for my customer or my organization, my stakeholder? Okay.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Thomas?
Yeah, I have a good example that highlights, what you just said about the difference between outcomes and outputs. So imagine, there is a green field. So it's a meadow somewhere over a small river, and there is a bridge over that meadow, over that river. And that bridge has been delivered as an output of a project, and it's a perfect bridge, in time and budget is wonderful bridge. But there are no roads to that bridge. So the benefit of that bridge is not realized because somebody forget to have other projects who build the roads to that bridge. So only the road together with the bridge can provide the benefits, and which then enable the value to people who can save some time to travel over this construct of road and bridges and save some time to go to work. So this is value people get out of that program outcome, that you have a shorter road to your business every morning. You save a half an hour, which can be value time with your family. So this is a good example of to compare an output, the bridge or the single road, with the whole thing that you did deliver.
Yeah, and our benefit is you spending more time with your family, productivity improve, your happy
Right.
family.
So that is also an example that value and benefit not always has to be only financial. Quality time with the family is a value in itself. Yes, you might save some money because you can work longer and be at home anyhow. But the main benefit for you as a stakeholder is really to have some quality time with your family.
Yeah, and also the benefit is dependent on the beneficiary. So if from this particular example you gave, the benefit to the public, of course, they are saving time, happy time with the family or happy time in the office. And if you're looking from the organization point of view, the company who's building the bridge, they are going to make like put a toll and they make money out of that. For government, they can show that they're working towards people's interest and connectivity within road. That their benefits depend on the type of stakeholder we are, the beneficiary. Okay, so this we have established what is program management. So let's talk about what exactly a project manager has to do when they start thinking to become a program manager. I think the first thing is they should understand the responsibility of a program manager, what they are expected to do, and that they can learn, or that they can learn from downloading a document from PMI's website that is called Examination Content Outline for PGMP. Okay, PGMP is Program Manager Professional. So this document is where you will find the role of a program manager within 5 domains and subdomains. The domain just they have categorized the type of work you do in which are logic connected, like a benefit. You do all the anything related to benefit management. So you are expected to do something within the benefit management domain, something you have to do within the stakeholder engagement, something you have to do at the governance. So there are 5 domains, subdomains. You can look into that. But the most important thing for you to understand, what is your role as a program manager in the benefit management domain? What you have to do.
Right.
And in the same document, you'll find the skills and knowledge required to be a good program manager. So you should look into the ECO, the back of the document. You can check that. And that other document you should refer, that is called Standard for Program Management. That's 4th edition at the moment. So whatever role we have defined, or the task you are expected to do, how to do, what process we have to follow, what activity you have to do, which phase, domain, subdomain, this is mentioned in the Standard for Program Management. So you should download both documents. It's actually free download for PMI members. And I think my recommendation, you should buy this document. It's very nice, small book. You should keep it in your bookshelf. Help you to refer them again. And ECO is free. You can download. It's only 20-page document.
Yeah.
You should go document. So go through this document, understand, and I think it's not a bad idea to get into one of the program management training. Let's say I'm running PGMP trainings. I'm going to Germany. I'm going to Saudi Arabia and other places. If you happen to join any of these boot camp, maybe you're not eligible for PGMP at this stage, but you will learn the better way of doing program management. So in the class, we're not only talking about how to pass the exam, we also talk about what exactly you should do to become a better program manager.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do have another approach, which is I'm calling as a mentoring program. That's another program I can talk about. But let's focus or stay. If you happen to be in Germany or Italy or other cities, please consider these programs, the PGMP program, which I'm bringing along with my partners, Thomas and other people. So you will learn a lot. And, even if you are in the early stage, you should consider joining this such program. I do have a number of people, they attended my program. They said, Dharam, I'm not interested in PGMP at this stage, but what I'm interested is to learn how to do my programs more efficiently.
Yeah.
So,
Dharam, if I may, let me comment on what you explained previously about the domains which are in the XM content outline and on the standard, the domains of program management. And actually, it was not an invention of some people or of PMI staff or whatever. Actually, PMI went out in the field and asked program managers, active program managers, so what are you doing all day? It's a question. And though they gathered all these answers and replies, and then they found out, okay, there are actually 5 domains of activities, which all the good program managers out in the world are doing. And these 5 domains are, as you mentioned, the most important, the first, I think, is benefits management. So how to create benefits which then provides value to the organization. Second, stakeholder engagement, how to engage with all the extended set of stakeholders. It's many more stakeholders than you have as a project manager, because you are implementing the program with many projects and with many people in the organization have an interest in what you are doing because you are spending a lot of money. And you also have the domain of governance. The governance is about, how do you structure the reporting lines? And basically, you could say, how do you structure the power distribution within your program and for your program? So if you define who is on the steering committee of your program and of the project, you define who has influence and who is heard. And the last domain, well, there are 2 other domains. We had governance, we had benefit. Yeah, there is a sequence of steps that is recommended to follow if you go into a program. So this is called program lifecycle. It's a recommendation to follow that, but in any case, with your specific program, you have to adapt it to the circumstances and the specific environment what you're doing there. And the last domain, I almost forgot, but it's maybe one of the most important domains because it really provides the view that a program is in other words, a program provides agile business, because the agility is brought into a program because the last domain is a strategy alignment, which means you are permanently as a program manager asked to align to changes in the strategy. So in the basic environment of an organization, which might lead to changes in strategy. In the past, an organization might have developed a strategy for the next 5 years, and that didn't change, and you are just developing it. That's not longer going to happen. Strategy is changing as we go, and if you have a program or a project that takes 2 years, that you can bet that the strategy will be different in 2 years as it is now. So if you don't have this capability to adapt, within a program, and it's built in the program standard to have this, then if you have this capability, then you can say, okay, I'm agile per definition.
Perfect. Great. Thank you very much. A very, very useful insight. So I think people have now enough to know what they are going to do to be a program manager, to be a good program manager, whether they're coming from project management area or whether they're coming from other areas of business area. Learning basic concept of the program management, it will help them to get started. And ideally, they should look for the smaller program and learn from that and keep growing from there. That's the most important.
Maybe to tell my story, and I'm particular have a strength in being able to cut off old things. I can, if I make a decision to change my job or change my perspective, I can do that and forget about what I've done before. So this helps me to really focus on the new task and the new responsibility, and not really to try to do a lot of things with the other stuff. So when I was becoming a program manager, I actually stopped to care about scope, cost, and schedule so much, because this was taken care of my project managers, and it was their responsibility. So I avoided to micromanage them. Sure, there were some reporting lines, but it was not my core responsibility to be clear on the magic triangle of their project.
Okay, great. So any other point, last minute points? I think we have covered everything. And otherwise, if anybody has any question, clarification, whether they have doubt, people are running programs without realizing that they are running programs.
So,
yeah. And because they are working in a, let's say, construction organization, where they don't have term called program management, but they are running multi-billion-dollar programs. And what they have to see, whether they are running multiple projects, interdependent projects, and common outcome. And if that's the case, role doesn't matter. What matters, what you've done.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Thank you very much, Thomas. It was really wonderful and good to have your insight on this very important topic. It was a good discussion. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.